Hi, thanks for coming back. Today we're going to be going over another tip from the Book of Secrets. Today I'd like to talk about talking with men and women. I would like to talk about how we can do that a little bit better. It seems that we kind of been slacking or lacking on connecting with each other and what to talk about and how to meet somebody new and where to go and all of that stuff. It's so crazy and confusing these days. So, first off, I'd like to say that some of the best places to meet new people are honestly right under your nose. So, the grocery store. You're walking up and down the aisle and you see somebody interesting. You notice he or she's not wearing a ring. Well, that's a perfect time to break open a conversation and say, "Hi, do you know something about this product? I'm trying to make something and I wanted to know if you've ever heard of this." And strike up that conversation about whatever it is that you're looking at or you see him or her looking at, so that it gives you that segue into a conversation. So pay close attention to body language. That's a really, really, really interesting tip, is that when we are interested in somebody, our body language shows it. We lean in more, we talk a little bit nicer, or our tone changes. We tend to play with our hair a little bit. It's all body language. 75% of communication is actually based on body language. So there's a lot that we don't say that other people see, hear, and acknowledge. So some of the topics, though, and well, I guess there's some of the other places that you can run into people right under your nose that are really good places to meet somebody new, is the library. I mean, it's a great, quiet little place that you can find a common interest in a book that you guys have both maybe read. Another really interesting place to meet somebody new is the movie theater. I mean, if you see somebody that's walking around by themselves too, why not strike up a conversation? Who knows, you might even be in the same movie together. So, those are some really cute places to meet people. Coffee shops are another really great place to meet somebody new. You can see a lot of people that are taking advantage of the Wi-Fi's up and around the world. So you can often find people that are lingering in coffee shops with their laptops or their devices, and they're busy doing whatever. So that's often a really good way to strike up a conversation as well. You come here often? I come here all the time. I love the Wi-Fi here. The coffee here is great. Have you tried their scone? Just general conversation that piques somebody's interest. So a lot of the topics that we find that men and women both enjoy talking about are quite similar. So that's a good thing for us. A survey that was done in this book of 1,000 women revealed that we really enjoy talking about family and home, including our children or our grandchildren if we are grandparents. So that's often a really good segue, is to, ask their name and pay attention to what they say. And if it's an unusual name, repeat that name back to them and maybe even ask them the origin of the name, or if they know what it means. Show that you're interested and try to really listen. As far as family goes, find out if he or she has siblings, or if they're an aunt or an uncle yet. Maybe they have nieces and nephews already. You can find out about their health and what kinds of things they like to do recreationally. Are they active? What kind of sports or extracurricular activities do they like to do? Are they into arts? Are they into, dance? Are they into, crafts? Are they into painting? I mean, there's all kinds of different things out there. Not to mention that that's another great place to meet somebody new, is one of those little, do-it-yourself kind of things where you can go to a paint night or something and there's a bunch of people there and it's social and everybody's interacting with everybody. That's quite easy to branch out and meet somebody. So also ask them about their work or their job, if they've had, promotions or advancements and something they're looking forward to. I find that when you hear about someone's personal growth, I find that intrigues somebody and they're appealed right away because they want to know, like, what is this person bettering in their life, and what goals do they have, and what are they going to do next? It's often an exciting situation that you're able to bring a lot of new people on board with you for. So Another thing you can talk about is clothing and shopping, recreation, travel. Men especially like talking about women, so ask them what they like in a woman. Ask them what they notice first. Ask them what they don't like. It's often good to know both sides. And I mean, just be interested, right? If the man is generally interested in sports and you're not so much, it might not be the best fit, or it might just be that that's your perfect separate time from each other, that you can go off and do your own thing and come back later and talk about how much fun you had, So when you're talking about, sports and stuff, try to remember the teams that he says or she says she's interested in, and remember those things so that it's an open topic subject for next time. So, hey, how did your sports team do last week in that game that you told me about, but if you know that sports team's name, like, hey, how did the Jets do in the game last week? You can ask that and sound, intelligent and like you're really interested. So, and that's often a nice feeling for anybody to feel, just that somebody's genuinely interested in whatever it is that they are for that moment. So, also, talk about politics and religion. I mean, those topics can get kind of heated, but if you're on the same side, well, it can be kind of fun too. So I say, put yourself out there. If you haven't been out there in a while, it's exciting and a little intimidating, but if you don't try, how will you ever know if there's somebody sitting out there waiting for you? I personally believe that there are many different love opportunities for each one of us, and that it's okay to be a little bit picky. So take your time and figure out who's best for you and enjoy the process. So that was my tip and trick for today's Book of Secrets. Stay tuned for the next one. Thanks for watching, folks.